there, and welcome to part one, video one of 3 videos that I'm going to do on my custom kit that I've got made by Noble and Cooley. This first video is a video about my obsession with the brand and where it started and what it came from. Like all musicians, you have that longing desire and the need to find the sound that's in your head that you want to try and create while you're playing. You know, everybody has that individual sort of like sound and want of the sound of the musical instrument that they play, myself included, obviously. And it all started, unfortunately, when my grandfather passed away in the late 90s and left me some money. I wanted to buy a custom kit, the sound that I was hearing and in my head, and yeah, just get a kit bought in his name, really. So it was a bit of a quest to do that. I spent nearly 2 years darkening the door of many a drum shop, including Wembley Drum Centre and Shearer's in Leeds, the wonderful Chris Johnson, where actually I bought the kit that I was playing at the time from, which was a Pearl Masters, which was their top kit at the time. So that was the benchmark I was basically judging everything off, because that up to then was the kit that I truly loved. And yeah, it took 2 years trying all the brands, all the kits, yeah, trawling around, and I finally ended up with Mr. Monday at Electro Music. I certainly darkened his doorstep a number of times, probably yeah, far too many to be fair, but I don't suppose you can spend too much company with Paul, because he's a great guy. But yeah, in the end, he suggested Noble and Cooley, and I'd heard of them, but I didn't know anything about them. The only reason I knew of them, obviously, because Phil Collins plays the snare drums at the time. And so he gave me a bit of a background, and he told me I should check him out. And obviously he didn't have any in, but he himself had a kit. And the wonderful man that he is, he lent it for me for a weekend to play a gig on and practice and whatever. He was that good of a guy and trusting of a guy that he did that, and I'll be forever grateful for him, because that was it. I played that kit and it just blew me away. A CD Maples kit. So then I ordered one in 2001, August 2001. I think I've still got the actual Noble and Cooley little card that comes with it somewhere with the date written on. But that's a cherry red CD Maples kit that I've still got, and the alloy classic snare that I got with it at the time. They both live up at the family farm in the practice room there. Then fast forward, many gigs, many recordings played with those, gone around the country quite a few times with that kit, and everybody's loved it everywhere. I'm not just saying that. Yeah, it's one of them kits that a lot of sound engineers just loved. So fast forward to 2017, I went to the UK Drum Show, met Dan from Drummers in there. He was a NC obsessive as well, and he was bringing the Noble and Cooley drums into the country at the time. And yeah, just got talking. He rekindled my love and that for finding out more about them again, really, see where they were at the time, what they were doing, and through that I reached out to Nick Jones, who's a direct descendant of the Cooley side of the company, and yeah, we became good friends, messaging backwards and forwards over the internet, yeah, finding more out about the brand, becoming good mates with him, or as good a mates as you can across the Atlantic, just on messages. But yeah, and then I was obviously that obsessive that when I joined the Noble and Cooley enthusiast page, I got made a moderator with Ernie and Wayne. So I now help run that page on Facebook, which is a great page. Yeah, obviously everything Noble and Cooley and talked about and kept up to date with, but it's a great page with great people on. Then 2019, Nick came across the pond to the UK Drum Show, and I met him there. And yeah, just literally spent all day chatting with him. It was a great day. And we were talking about basically tulip wood. They'd started making solid shell snares out of tulip wood. And I've been pestering him for a few months since I started, saying how tulip wood would make a great kit. And yeah, we had quite a number of conversations about that, but Nick did always say that, you know, you couldn't ever guarantee the grain or the colour, obviously in the plies, to replicate the stunning appearance of most of the snares that they were creating, obviously. So obviously they can select the wood very specific for what they want it to look like when you're building a snare, but when you're doing a full kit and it's made from ply, it's a different story, obviously. But I'm not laying any claim to any seeding to the idea of them then deciding to make the Union series, which is the tulip wood kit, drum kit that they make. But it was great that they did. And as soon as I got the chance after COVID, unfortunately, stuck at a few things, but Dan had a Union kit in a drummer's, and the wonderful man that Dan is, he literally got the kit, drove up from Wales to North Yorkshire for me to play on and basically do a review. And me doing so is actually on a video on YouTube of me playing this Union kit. But that was a moment as well, just like the CD Maple was back in 2000, 2001 when I first hit that. This Union kit just blew me away, absolutely. Just such a great sound, hard to describe. But yeah, it certainly connected like the CD Maple did. So that's the reason I chose Noble and Cooley. It's purely sound. I'm not an elitist, I'm not loaded, even though I've got loads of drums. Trust me, they're all safe for and hard earned. But and it's just truly a sound thing. It really is, absolutely is. It's just that connection. So yeah, it was always going to be a Stonewaller that I would get them to make this custom idea that I've had for a long time. And this idea stems from a finish that a yacht had back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was an effect that they called marble. Now, if you know the brand and you know the finish, you'll know already what my custom kit's going to look like. But I basically gave them the idea to run with it, and obviously me and Nick started it, kicking the idea around, but then Nick and Jay stepped back from making drums. They're just part owners now, I think, but they don't get involved in any of the drum making side. That is left to the wonderful Luke Garrow, Louis Scalzo, who make the drums now, and they are just great guys. I've had so many Zoom calls with them making this kit, it is unreal. But no, they're just a great duo, and they're doing such good work at Noble and Cooley and making such great drums. And they're moving it forward as well. When you think of Noble and Cooley, you probably think of elegant, furniture-esque drums, which is obviously what they're known for and where they started when they started making professional drums. But few people realise, even though they are a custom company, that they will actually do custom things. Do whatever idea you've got and try and recreate it and make your dream drum kit, which is what they have done for me. And it's certainly something out of the box of what Noble and Cooley would normally do, but as I say, it's not something that they wouldn't do. But a lot of people don't realise that sometimes, I think, just from the mindset of seeing their drums and thinking that they're this drum and put them in a box of being always that way, but they're certainly not. And from the photos I've seen of this kit, they have just smashed it, and I can't wait to unbox it. I got the kit yesterday and I've been itching so much to do so, but I wanted to make a video of it, so I've resisted. But yeah, this video is just a background context to my love and the reason that I got Noble and Cooley to make this kit. And yeah, I can't wait to unbox it, so I'm going to stop this video and get on with it. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one.